Good morning. Woken up to a cracker morning in Gundabooka National Park. Looks like it's going to be a great day. Only some very misty little clouds in the sky. And it's a cracker. So, very pleasant place. And today's plan is to go for a drive from here. I'm going to pack up, go for a drive from here back to the Aboriginal art site, check that out, and then head out to Louth and Wanaaring. The time is a bit after, probably 7:15 now, because being this far west and still in New South Wales, and the daybreak is a lot later. I think when we're at home you start to see decent light at about 6. Out here it's about 7. And we're going further west, I guess daytime's going to happen later. Anyway, we will continue on. I'm going to pack up and get mobile and go and check out this Aboriginal art. Had a nice little fire in there last night. Just put out some water over it, so it should be perfectly fine now. Oh, on that, when we got here, which was in the afternoon, I decided to set the fire up. I put the paper in it and I could feel some heat, and sure enough, the paper lit up not too long afterwards. So whoever was here before didn't put the fire out properly. Guys, always put your fires out. Pretty sure all of my viewers know this, but always put them out. We've arrived at the Aboriginal art site out here, Mulgowan. There's your information board. Tells you about the Gundabooka area, all that kind of stuff, where we are compared to the art site. So we'll go for a walk up there and give you a look. Right, literally 2 steps away from where we started, and there's a visitor's book. So Kaz is going to do the honours, so people know we were here. Now, I have zero recollection of how far the walk is. I don't think it's a stupid distance, might be a K or 2. Anyway, it's early in the morning, so it's not warm at all. I've risked it and gone without the jumper because I feel I'm going to warm up on the walk. So as you can see, the track starts off just with well maintained sort of rocky path here. So looks like it heads up through some rocks and stuff. It's interesting, this part of the park is nothing like the part we stayed in. It's sort of more sparsely vegetated. Completely different, really. Definitely stonier. Naturally occurring pavers.
Oh wow. Must be on the right track then.
Basically they just place themselves there just like that. Alright, we come through a rocky gorge section. Kaz is doing a bit of filming there in the background. There she is. It's probably only a kilometre walk to here. This is the little rocky gorge section we just went through. And then from here, we only got to go through some boulders. And I don't know if you can see up there in the distance, there's the catwalks and stuff that protect it all. So it's probably only K. I had memories of it being further, but not really. Now we'll walk in. Last little bit's a bit of a climb, but well, let's face it, we're in the bush. Climbing's part of it, isn't it? So we shall get up here and have a look at them. Alright, we're up at the catwalks. Now, this particular site, you'll notice these silicon beads. Obviously they're not natural, but they are there so when the water runs down the rock, hits the bead and drips off, so that it doesn't erode the art. So, I don't know if you can see them in there. There's some art way there behind that rock. Hopefully you can. There's a few more of them here that should be a lot easier to see. Just trying to get you to a spot where you can see them, guys. There you go. Should be able to see those guys. If not, film on the phone, or I can zoom up as well. Hello and welcome to the Mulgoa Aboriginal Art Site in the Gundabooka National Park. Here we have a huge array of paintings representing all sorts of things, to the point I wouldn't have a clue what most of them are. And how stupid does that look with my hand in the lens? There we go. The problem is, filming in these areas means you've got a bloody fence. It's very hard to get the camera through. But by jingo, there is a lot of art here. So hopefully you're seeing all of this and liking what you see. If you don't like what you see, well, I'm terribly sorry. Who was that Muppet? Really? Oh, I say, Karen, wait for me. I'm coming. Karen. Well, I've got no idea who that Muppet was that was chasing Kaz. Looked a bit like me. Didn't sound anything like me though. Anyway, you better leave her alone, or I'm not going to be happy. Anyhow, pleasant walk out of there, and we'll be back at the truck in due course. Gorge picnic area. What's in there? Go and have a look. unsealed roads, drive with caution. What have I been driving on for the last day? Unsealed roads. A bit like telling us now. Come to the Bennett's Gorge.
In Gundabooka National Park.
What she said. It's a 500 metre walk to go and have a look at the Bennett's Gorge viewing area, and it's 5.7 return if you actually want to go to Mount Gundabooka summit, which we're not going to do because, well, we don't want to. Basically, we've already done a couple of K walk. We'll do this one and go and have a look from the viewing area and show you what that looks like up there. Now, this is all still part of the Gundabooka National Park. It's just a remote, arid part of the country. If you are out this way, be fully self-sufficient, even though the campgrounds and places, points of interest have got toilets, but you got nothing else. Bring everything in, take everything out. Now we came out of the bushy section into an open area, and there's a sign to tell you about it, but as that faded that you almost can't read it. But what it's basically saying is Mount Gundabooka, which is somewhere there in front of us, one of those, don't know which one, is 500 metres above sea level or 300 metres above the surrounding plains. So it's not, it's not tall, but it's the tallest thing here. So at least we're going up to the viewing area to have a look. It looks pretty impressive so far, doesn't it? We've arrived at the viewing area, and this sign is half worn out too, but it has got some stuff that you can read. So while you're looking at the mountain, it's a bushranger refuge. Mount Gundabooka has an interesting connection with the well-known bushranger Captain Starlight, aka Frank Pearson. He was arrested here in a cave on the mountain on Christmas Day 1868, 2 days after police had shot his horse from under him at Gundabooka Station. Poor horse. This ended the major police chase that had gone on for several months since Pearce had shot and killed a constable during a robbery at a pub in Angonia. Pearce himself was shot in the chest and wrist in this exchange, though this did not stop him and his companion Charles Rutherford continuing to rob travellers and properties as they ran from the law. Following his capture on the mountain, Pearce was tried and at first sentenced to death. Though this was commuted to life imprisonment, he was released from jail in 1884 and died in Brisbane in 1899. So that's pretty interesting bushranger stuff. There's also a side here saying Jemba people belonging to the Stony Red soil country lived in this area Mount Gundabooka and its surrounds for a sanctuary, particularly during times of drought. Semi-permanent water holes are located on top of the mountain. Natural food sources sustain the occupants, such as fruit from the wild orange and wild lime trees, fruit from the bush banana, flowers from the beefwood trees, and seeds from the nardoo and mulga. Kangaroos, echidnas, emus were utilised amongst many other food sources. So lots of indigenous stuff in this area, as mentioned earlier. I'll give you a look over the plain though. Like, we're not very high up, but that's the rest of a national park and the whole surrounding region. So it's pretty cool in the end.
Here on the road, well, a track, a road. What's an outback road?
It's a road.
It's a road.
It's the Gundabooka National Park.
We're heading towards Laos now. Just thought I'd give you a general look at the area. Corrugation's galore. And trees. We're just working it out. It's been 18 years since Steve and I have been out this way. It's a very long time, isn't it, Steve?
It certainly is. It's good to be back out here though.
And last time we were out here there wasn't so many trees. And it must have had really good wet seasons. Yeah, we're currently driving on Laos Road.
It's like a bloody highway.
I reckon it's been graded just recently.
Beautiful. A lot of green paddocks out to either side, which you don't normally see out here. 20 gazillion goats taking advantage of it.
Okay, we're in Laos. It's a lovely little town. These towns kind of rely on us, as in tourists coming past. But you can't even have it at the pub because some silly person has gone to rob the place, so it's shut. Now I've seen about 10 cars go past so far. All slow down to look and can't go in. So it's a lot of business that guy's losing.
Right, we've just come through the little town of Laos where we contemplated staying. And we might have had Shindy's Inn been open, we would have probably gone to the pub and had a couple of drinks and probably stayed somewhere not far from there. But Shindy's Inn has sometime recently been robbed, so it's closed. So it's 2:45. Now we're at the Whoop Whoop, of course, so being at the Whoop Whoop, the sun sets a little bit later out here than it does further east. So I reckon we can get to Wanaaring, which is around about 146k, in about 2 hours. So we should get there in daylight. A little bit short of Timbabara that I was originally planning to get to today, but hey, that's life. We did spend a bit of time wandering around Gundabooka National Park having a look at that, so it is what it is. Anyway, it's all good fun. Well, we finished that drive off and we got to Wanaaring to camp overnight. Now, stupidly enough, I didn't record any video that evening. But we camped at Wanaaring and then we headed off the next day. In the next clip, you'll see us arrive at where we're actually going. So there you are. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this clip and the look around Gundabooka National Park, the artwork and the general region. If you did, please put a like on it. It really helps the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Click the notification bell and you'll know when a new clip comes out. And if you hold hands, as always, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch one of our clips. I really do appreciate the support, guys. It means the world to me. All the best from Steve and Kaz at Mud Ducks 4 Drive Touring, and we will see you all on the next one. Cheers, guys. Take care.